Peace and love, family. Great day, grand rising, rise and shine. Good morning, gorgeous. Great day, handsome. Beautiful ones. This is a prophetic message from Spirit. Let's get into it. Today's affirmation is, I am ready for everything that is meant for me. When I posted that, when I received that, Spirit said, but it's time to elaborate a little bit. Because I feel like some people don't know what's meant for them. You know, they're not aware. And some people are, it's like they forfeiting their chance in the game, in life. Because life is a game. Life is a classroom. Life is teaching and receiving. That's the whole point. And some people are forfeiting that. So I said, ready, set, let's go get it. As I stated, some people are not aware that where they are is not where they're supposed to be. That either means they're not on the right path, they're not walking in their divine purpose, or they stayed too long in one place with one person, doing one thing. However this applies. And Spirit is saying, it's time for you to go get everything that is meant for you. If you don't know what that is, it's time for you to know thyself, know thy truth, what works for you, what is supposed to work for you, because that's the only way you're going to even get ready to get set, to get to it. As I thought about that, I thought about, like I said, the fact that a lot of people are forfeiting their position, I feel like, in life, by settling, by shrinking, settling for people, places, and things that they know don't serve them. Shrinking to fit and stay in places. Because as I said, some people could have stayed where they were too long. It could have been a part of your divine purpose, but it's almost like traveling. There are destinations. I feel like some people have stayed at destinations too long. You're not supposed to be there anymore. And that's specifically what Spirit is saying. It's time for some people to learn their lesson and move on. I'm hearing that very clearly. Whatever it is, you will know if you're somewhere and you've been somewhere for so long, whether it's with a person, whether it's at a job, whether it's following your family values, your family traditions, whether it's just your mindset, it could be of poverty and lack just enough, not knowing that you are so much better than all of those things. Spirit is saying some of you all have stayed in your destination too long. It's time to go. It's time to go. And you're forfeiting when you stand and you're just unhappy where you are. That's forfeiting, because happiness is a state of mind and it's a choice. You won't be happy all the time, but you can do things and walk in a purpose and be in environments and be surrounded by people that are, I feel like, an inspiration to your ultimate happiness, because that's what we're talking about. I also feel like some people are forfeiting, Spirit is saying, by, maybe feeling like they're shrinking, maybe feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like, yes, I may know what my purpose is, but I can't really do that. Not being confident. Not listening to their higher self that says, yes, you are great. Yes, you can do that. You can do anything you desire. You can Be free, walk in your destiny, and be unapologetic about it. You do deserve to be loved this way or that way, especially when you feel it. But it's like what I posted. It's like, are you ready for that though? Are you doing what it takes to get ready? Whether that's embracing the love you want in your life, embracing the type of money you want to make, the financial freedom that you want to have, being surrounded by people that ultimately you can be happy around them, walking in a way that may not be in alignment with what your family has always done, but you know it ain't wrong per se, and you know it makes you happy. It's like, why don't you just do it? Some people really feel like they're not prepared, and I feel like others are not. Because some people haven't tapped into their confidence that says you can be authentically yourself, no matter what anybody else thinks. And I get it. But Spirit is saying, it's like, just because you live in a society, you're in a world that says do it this way, do it that way. And if you step outside of this box, it's wrong, or people are going to laugh at you, or whatever. But who cares about that? Spirit is saying some of y'all need to stop worrying so much about what other people think. Because the purpose and the destiny that's tied to your life, you won't be able to do that and live in it. And on the flip side, you will not be happy. You will not be fulfilled. Thank you, Spirit. That's the word I'm hearing. Until you tap into that, until you walk into that, until you truly be yourself and not worry about what nobody think. Because, one thing that I have grown into, thankfully, is knowing that people are going to talk anyway. You might as well be you. It take less work. You know what I'm saying? To just be the way the Most High made you takes less work. People are going to talk anyway. And some of you all are forfeiting your purpose and your destiny because you're shrinking, you're staying somewhere, you're doing something that you know is not fulfilling to you. And it's like, Spirit is saying, when you're doing that, it's like, not only are you unhappy, you're miserable. Miserable people are almost like hurt people. They hurt people. And that's why misery loves company. And some of you all don't realize that you are stuck in the places you are currently in because you're forfeiting your position. It's like there is free will, period. Even if it's a part of your destiny, you can forfeit it. And that's, I feel like Spirit is saying for the people that it's like, your purpose, but you're not preparing. That's the word Spirit want me to use. And then it's like for the other half that don't know and they're not preparing, it's like Spirit is taking you through things that are preparing you. I'm hearing like when it comes to money and like financial stability, it's like giving a person a lot of money, like $1 million that has never had probably 100,000 in their life. What do you expect that person to do with it because they haven't been taught how to manage it? For some of you are not suffering like in vain because you're not doing the work and doing what you're supposed to do. But Spirit is saying, I'm preparing you for that. Many of you are supposed to be the first multimillionaires or billionaires in your family because you've been chosen to leave a legacy. You got to have, in the 3D, we got to have money to do that. It just is what it is. Because for some of you all, your families have been in poverty for, I'm hearing, up to 7 generations. Like, look across your family. Whether it started in a mindset, that's what I'm hearing. Because if you don't think that you're worth more money, or you can earn more money, or you deserve more money, you won't have it. And that's for some people. You are the ones chosen to bring your family out of poverty. And Spirit is saying, I'm preparing you for that. Because it is what it is. You can see people, because there are, I feel like, 2 different categories of people that will gain that type of money and lose it because they had to learn lessons with it. That was their destiny. But not these. The Spirit is speaking about that have been chosen to, I'm hearing, leave a new legacy for their family. Think about it. If your family has been in poverty mindset for 7 generations, do you know how many people that is? Because that's what I'm hearing. Do you know how many? I'm trying to think. Let me see. My kid, me, my mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, my great-great-great-grandmother. That's 7 generations. And I'm just using an example, family. So apply it to your life. That's a lot of people. That's, ooh. Because those are just I just named the matriarchs. The matriarchs got kids. The matriarchs' kids got kids. You're being prepared, family. Ain't no way you can be chosen for something like that and you're not prepared. Because if you're supposed to leave a legacy, change the legacy of the family, you got to get that type of wealth and keep that type of wealth. And not only do you keep that type of wealth, you actually teach your family how to keep that type of wealth, because that is the only way to keep a legacy. So Spirit is speaking someone. I guess that was legacy 101. That's the only way. Because a legacy isn't about just the first person that has it. You have to leave it, and it has to be continuously, like, just transform. Each person has to know how to maintain that wealth and or grow it. But definitely not lose it. And Spirit is saying, yes, families are being brought out of those poverty mindsets because it's been too long. So if you're a person that feels like you are one of those chosen and you're doing the work, I'm telling you, you're not being punished. It's purposeful. It's not personal. That's what Spirit said. You got to be ready for that. Because the only way you will be able to leave it and continue it is if you're ready and you teach somebody how to be ready and they teach somebody how to be ready. Because I feel like 7 people after you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're going to get back double for your family's trouble when it comes to new legacy. So if 7 generations back they've been in poverty, 7 generations forward they need to be in wealth. And that is specific for some people. So you're being prepared for that. And when it comes to love, it's the same type of mindsets. Spirit is saying some of you all had to endure a lot of learning lessons in love relationships to break curses of, it's almost like wealth of the mindset surrounding love, worth, romance, self-love in your family lineage. Some of you all had to break those curses of, I guess, like feeling unworthy. I'm hearing which came from a lot of trauma, a lot of the unworthiness, a lot of the not having self-love, a lot of accepting love and relationships that did not serve you. You had to go through. Some of you all had to go through a lot of lessons in love. And Spirit is saying, you know, many of you may be crying out in your spirit saying that you are ready for it. And you are. But you're still being prepared. Because if you had to break curses of lack in love, trauma when it comes to love, burdens when it came to love, not having self-love. If you had to break those curses off of your family, you had to learn what many before you, I'm hearing, didn't learn, and that's unconditional love. But unconditional starts with you, and most people get that confused. Many of you feel like you've been doing the work in love and it ain't coming, but yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I feel like just like with the financial wealth, you're learning lessons in love to teach and leave a new legacy of love in your family. It's just like with money. Once you learn love, you teach others about love, and that's how the love is transformed, the way it's seen, the way it's given to self first. Because I'm telling you, Spirit is saying some of you all have had to break curses, like maybe where there were no marriages. That's what I'm hearing, like no or very few. Like maybe I'm hearing like for the feminines in the family, many of you all did not get married, or you did not have good marriages. Like your love relationships were not good. Many of you all accepted a lot of things in love because you saw your family do it, and you're being chosen to break those curses. Because many of you all are going to have to teach like your sons and your daughters what love really looks like. You got to teach them how to manage money. If you're leaving a legacy with money, you have to also teach them about self-love and the type of love that they are worthy of. The type of love they should give others if that's what they want to receive, instead of feeling unworthy. I just keep hearing it. Spirit keeps saying a lot of you all have dealt with that, just feeling unworthy of true love. And it's because you saw love that wasn't true love, but that's the picture that was painted for you. So many of you all, Spirit is saying your mindset is just changing. It's changing, but it's for the better. If you are enduring something right now, if you're feeling a certain type of way because of the way your love and your money is going, Spirit is saying, hold on. You're being prepared. It is not personal. It's purposeful. And I posted a quote today that said, this is a gentle reminder that you are allowed to be the first one in your family to do things differently. I feel like some of you all don't realize that you are the first ones in your family, and you are being chosen. You've been destined to do things differently, because remember, you're having to leave things differently as well to build a legacy, a new legacy for your family. And I feel like some of you all are struggling in this area, because it's like, if you're the first one in your family doing something, you're struggling with being the first because nobody has done it before you. And that means nobody is there to teach you how to do it. So you have the task of not only learning these things, whatever they are, these mindsets that you have to learn in order to do differently, and do differently in order to teach differently, so that it can be done differently in your legacy. And I feel like some of you all, that's a hard task, and you're also not even getting support from your family. You're probably getting backlash from your family because you're doing it and they don't even get it. It's purposeful. It's not personal. And Spirit is saying the way you look at legacy is it benefit everybody. How it don't. And I feel like some of you all are struggling with that. And Spirit is really just saying, hold on, because yeah, it is lonely at the top and the bottom, probably. That's what Spirit is saying. Some of you all feel like they're like, it's lonely if I'm doing what they want me to do. It's lonely when I'm not doing what they want me to do. But Spirit is saying that's a lesson for you to learn, because it's not about doing what they want you to do if what has been done before has not benefited the family. So some of you all are going to have to stand in your purpose, and you're going to have to stand in it alone, but you ain't never alone, because if the Most High has ordained you to do something, you ain't never going to be left by yourself. Know that, family. It definitely gets greater later. If you know that this message is for you, Spirit is just saying, hold on. If you're not ready or preparing, get ready. If you ready, stay ready. Because many of you all need to get set and be set to step into the path that you know that you're running from. Some of you all that you know you've been moving slow on. It's like it's time for go mode. It's time to move a little bit quicker forward. Because it's only about divine timing here. But the purposes you have are so much greater. So much greater. So I hope that I said something to inspire you. I hope this Spirit gave you some clarity in whatever it is that you're going through, family. I hope that everyone is healing well in their soul and spirit. I hope that everyone is feeling well in their mind. I hope that everyone is extending the self-love and self-care that is needed to them for this journey. And until the next time we meet, I am sending you all peace and love, family. Namaste.